And so I can kind of show you a quick video. I don't know, you might be too young to remember the crocodile hunter way. All right, so we have our own pharmacist hunter. Yeah. So let me go ahead and play this video for you really quick. Turns up, sorry.
There's one of the little buggers now.
Is that too rough?
As you can see, far. Blandish places doing many different activities. Hospitals, research laboratories, clinics, universities and veterinarian offices, even the local grocer. I'm a little taller, a little lankier, and a very distant, almost relative to the greatest one that ever lived. Join us this week for another amazing episode of The Pharmacist Hunter. Today, we'll be trying to observe more pharmacists in action, which can be difficult. They are wily little creatures, and you must use your stealth in order to quietly observe them in one of their many natural habitats. Contrary to popular thought, pharmies, as I like to call them, are not just found in the local pharmacy putting pills into bottles. Oh, look, there's one of the little buggers now. As you can see, pharmies interact well with others and are highly social. Here at the hospital, they have no trouble contributing, collaborating, sharing their opinions, but are not overly aggressive. They tend to be caregivers and are highly respected by patients and healthcare professionals for their expert knowledge of medications, especially when it comes to dosing, side effects, interactions, and over-the-counter drugs. They are in so many different hospital environments, you have to be very careful when sneaking up on them. We tracked one down here, working as a little game in the neonatal department. We observed this farmie sussing out a delicate situation in a very nurturing way, and then providing an effective remedy for this little creature. We tracked another one soon after leaving the Mammoth Hospital, and ended up here in a small classroom where a farmie is educating others about quitting smoking. Wow, they really are natural-born communicators and teachers, highly interactive and intelligent. There really seems to be a modest, universal confidence to them. We found one later at a neighborhood pharmacy. This farmer has given a number of flu shots today and is about to give another one. They even give the shot in private. Ouch. I don't personally care for needles. We observed this farmer assuring this patient that a little pain is a small price to pay for a lot of protection. She also told these people how many lives are saved with vaccination programs. That was close. Oh, sneaking up on these creatures is ever so difficult. They're highly aware of their surroundings and can spot a patient in need from far away. So we better vacate. Whether it be collaborating with new technology to determine patient drug levels in clinical trials, or coordinating with colleagues to ensure patients are adhering to drug regimens, farmers can always adapt to their environment and surroundings. In fact, ecosystems where they are present are consistently healthier and safer than those where farmers are absent. Often cuddly little creatures, their cuteness can be disarming, but don't let it fool you. These little buggers are essential to the smooth operating of a health-related ecosystem. They thrive in fast-paced, complex environments, and they're not afraid to challenge the most fearsome illnesses. And as we've seen, they're everywhere. Crikey, she spotted me. We'll be needing to leave. One last question. Do you have what it takes to be a pharmacist?
That's a small little, so there's a whole series of these. I think it's a whole three video series, but it's, yeah, just to give you a little more background information about what a pharmacist does. So as we kind of go along, so what pharmacists do? So a lot of people, I know we had the people come here and talk, we had the guy who's right think that pharmacists just move one pill to another, count pills, that type of thing. That's absolutely not the case. Basically, pharmacists are the medical experts as far as pills go and different medications. Basically, you can research medications, they can dispense different medications, administer immunizations, consult treatments too. So there's absolutely different kinds of things you can do. It's way more than just counting pills. A lot of times, especially as the field is growing, basically, you see pharmacists in ERs now. You see pharmacists basically making out rounds with medical doctors, that type of thing too. So it's definitely a good situation, especially with the growing job market as well too. It's definitely a huge thing. Okay. So with the evolution of the pharmacist, obviously, there was a time where pharmacists were just something that was kind of in the back of that type of thing. Just kind of pills, making sure that the individuals have their medications. However, as we currently keep moving forward, the current options for pharmacists have become evolved. Research has definitely become huge. I don't know, how old are you?
I'm 20.
You're 20? Okay, so you're perfect. All right, so you're perfect for my example here. So the pharmacist, basically, a lot of times what they end up doing, research is huge. We get our flu vaccinations every year. Flu vaccinations. So the year beforehand, basically with pharmacists had to do different research on how the flu has evolved. Okay, making sure the flu strain is prepared for the next year. However, this year the flu strain actually turned into something that researchers were prepared for. So pharmacists had to help consult and everything like that because that form of flu actually attacked individuals of your age. So that's crazy how that works. But that's kind of the research side of things too. Different research and actually making sure that individuals get the right medications that they need. Okay. So how do pharmacists actually make a difference? So pharmacists have the direct intervention to prevent patient or help improve patient outcomes, especially when having patients with chronic conditions. So like diabetes, that's definitely going to be huge for them as well too. They can lower overall health costs and improve diabetics control, fewer sick days, and control, make sure you don't have as many sick days as well too. So when I talk about lower overall healthcare costs, basically, talking about meeting with the doctor. The doctor's going to need something, to pay copay, that type of thing too. However, a pharmacist is available to 24 hours a day, so you can definitely go to Walgreens consumers and they can actually tell you what medications might be able to cover, especially if it's over the counter too. So you don't have to go and make an appointment and that type of thing. You can actually just go see your local pharmacist and definitely do this. Continuing on. So where can pharmacists be found? So as I talked about, we have our local community pharmacies. That's our King Soopers, Walgreens, that type of thing. Also hospitals and institutional healthcare facilities. So the hospitals and institutional healthcare facilities are actually growing. That's probably the biggest field in which pharmacists are growing. Basically, given the fact that you see pharmacists with workstations in the emergency room because they are the drug medication experts. So if somebody gets shot, it's up to the pharmacist to figure out exactly what medications they will give there and how that individual's reacting to those things too. Me personally, I've been in a hospital situation where there was an individual who was an alcoholic and he was in the hospital getting treated for that. Because he was an alcoholic, the pharmacist recommended he take 20 medications. Now we all know never take 20 medications at a time, but pharmacists actually make sure those medications are followed. Hospice and home care and the nuclear compounding pharmacies is definitely as well too.
How many compounding pharmacies do you know of?
Colorado?
Or in Denver? There's one by Cherry Creek.
Yeah, there aren't too many around here.
Are there still a couple left in Denver?
I think there may be one or two here in Colorado, in Denver as well, but not too many that I know of. I'm sorry. So benefits of becoming a pharmacist. So actually the more and more trusted profession. So pharmacists as a whole, what they actually end up doing is they actually rank in some of the more professions that are out there. So the trusted professions in the healthcare field are actually ranked number 2, right behind nursing. They actually number 2 profession for women, right behind nursing. And then also, they also one of the best 6-figure salary jobs, ranked top 10 as far as the healthcare field too. So one of the biggest misconceptions of pharmacists is, of course it is all about helping the people, but of course the money doesn't hurt people. Okay. So any questions about the process of becoming a pharmacist or what pharmacists exactly do? So the University of Colorado Skaggs School of Pharmacy, how do you apply? So basically, let me go ahead and talk about quickly here. So how do you apply to the University of Colorado Skaggs School of Pharmacy? So individuals can actually take all the prerequisites here if they wanted to go to UC. Alright, so basically you can just complete 90 semester hours of pre-pharmacy coursework. And the only class you have to take at a four-year institution is biochemistry. Biochemistry has to be taken. So I think Adam State is probably closer here. Adam State's probably closer. Take the PCAT examination. That's our version of the MCAT, and then complete your farm application via Farm Campus. I'm one of those individuals that talk about basically, don't put all your eggs in one basket. So definitely don't just apply to the University of Colorado. Apply to And what FarmCast essentially does, it's a process in which you have to literally put in every single class you've ever taken. But what it does is so you don't have to keep on applying to all these different schools. It's more centralized. So here's a quick list of our pre-pharmacy coursework. As I stated, biochemistry must be done at a four-year institution. And of course, you have our Calc 1s, English 1 and 2s. And then, of course, down the bottom are 9 credit hours of social science like psychology, philosophy, literature, and we have our 22 general education credits as well too. And like I said, they can all be taken. Okay, we have our PCAT examination. The PCAT is going to be a lot of stuff that you would have covered in your undergraduate portion of everything. The highest scores taken, so you typically take the PCAT a few times in your life. Basically, the exam is composed of math, biology, reading, writing, and then of course our verbal communication side too. And the test occurs several times throughout the year. However, since we are rolling, however we do only accept, our application is only accepted one time a year. Anything that's taken after the December 1st deadline, except to definitely get probably that year. To take the PCAT, I think it's about $90. I think the cost is going up this year. After this July. Yeah. Unfortunately. So, all right. Okay, so the University of Colorado Skaggs School of Pharmacy. So the biggest common misconception is that everybody thinks that we are on the Denver campus, but no, we're not anymore. We're located in Aurora, Colorado. We're the Ansys Medical Campus. We have the new pharmacy building, which is actually there in 2011. This one was actually built. The campus itself was actually built into that, right? I think 2007 is when it actually built. We're ranked top 5 in the nation for research. Our well-known staff is definitely there too. Basically, I don't know if anybody remembers this camp. It used to be an Army base. I don't know if you guys remember this. It used to be the Army base, and then now it's officially been the Ansys Medical Campus. And little known fact about it is we actually bought the land for $1. And so now, of course, it took millions and millions to build, of course, but we actually bought the land for $1 with the notion that we will become an autonomous first facility. So we definitely lived up to that standard. In addition to that, too, we're actually one of 11 medical campuses as well as academic campuses in the entire country. So we actually house 2 hospitals on our campus as well as one academic campus as well. So there's only 11 of us out there in the country. And so that's definitely something that we're really proud of. Our children's hospital is actually top 10 in the entire nation, and then top 5 in the entire nation. And the University of Colorado Hospital is actually the top hospital in Colorado. So those are all housed at our medical campus. Okay. So any questions regarding that portion of things? Moving on. So that's a picture of the campus, by the way, or our school.
What's a score that students would have to achieve to get accepted?
To really get in there, I think that's in this, but I'll answer just in case, just in case I didn't put that in there. What we're looking at as far as PCAT score, we generally accept, it goes on percentiles, we compare everybody else there, but we're looking for somebody who's probably ranked in the 75th percentile of PCAT.
And how many new students do you?
160.
160 per year?
And we get probably, it depends on the year, anywhere from 600 to 1,000 applicants across the country. All right, so what exactly are we looking So as far as the whole thing starts, as long as your grade point average and everything else, the interview is actually was what I consider the first step because there's so many things that go into it. Okay, so the biggest thing with actually getting that first step of the interview is do your research. Know the field of pharmacy. So that's the biggest thing. We don't want somebody who just comes in first day on the interview day and says, "Hey, I just want to change the world." You know, that's everybody wants to change the world. You know, maybe if you're a barista at Starbucks, they're kind of changing the world because they're keeping everybody from having a bad attitude the rest of the day because they have the caffeine. But that's definitely something that's something. So know the field of pharmacy. So shadow pharmacists. We have all different kind of shadowing opportunities in the pharmacy. Have an idea of what kind of pharmacist you want to do. So as I stated before, there's all different kinds. So you can be a community pharmacist. You can work in the hospitals. You can work in research. Understand what role of pharmacy you're definitely looking into. So get involved. As I stated, shadow a pharmacist. That'll be huge. I know my supervisor, Dr. Chacon, he offers shadowing opportunities basically every week. And with that in mind, all you need to do is simply contact him in the drug space where you're definitely go ahead and you can shadow him. SNAFA is a huge organization because with SNAFA, what you can actually do is you can shadow students, you can shadow pharmacists. It's a club that's well known across the country, so you can definitely absolutely get involved with that. And then pre-health clubs and pre-pharmacy clubs. I don't know, do you guys have a pre-health club here on campus? If a student wanted to start a pre-health club, that'd be huge. That would look great on a resume. If you guys are like, if they are starting a pre-health club or a pharmacy club as well. I know University of Colorado Denver, they didn't have a pre-pharmacy club for about the past 5 years. And then the individuals who actually started the UC Denver Pre-Pharmacy Club were actually really looking for their applications because we work so closely with them. So we know them, we got involved with them. And so as long as they work with us, more than likely they're going to get it based off of their scores and their connections with us too. Take campus tours. I know we talked about this. Campus tours is the biggest thing. College really is about fit. There really is, there's about over 100 pharmacy schools out there in the country. So really make sure it's the right fit for you. Of course, I think the CU campus is definitely the best one. But that's not everybody's opinion. Do your different tours. I know California alone has 15 pharmacy schools out there. So definitely make sure it's the right one for you. And take your different colleges as well too. And take those tours. It's really important that you do that.
So your only competition here is Regents, correct?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, wow. Great answer. Yes, they are. Yeah. Yeah. I think they've been around. I think 5 years now. About 5 years now. Versus our 100 years plus. I would never talk bad about a school, but that's kind of one of those things where you put your eggs in one basket. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. If your heart is set on staying here in Colorado, apply to both Regis and just make sure Regis is the best one for you. And tour Regis and us too, because you never know which we may prefer Regis over us as well too. Oh, sorry, I didn't talk about this. So, letters of recommendation. Those are huge parts of what we look at in our applicants. So one thing that we do require is that you do have a pharmacist, and that's one of your letters of recommendation. So that's where shadowing is going to come in, right? Knowing the pharmacist is definitely gets you in there too. In addition to that too is making sure that you speak to your science teachers. I know a lot of our students, they are really good at science, and they don't ever have a need to go visit their science teacher office hours, so they never get to know their science teachers. However, we require that you get at least one science teacher's letters of recommendation too. So definitely get that science teacher's recommendation. Get to know your pharmacist and your current instructors. Those definitely play a huge part. Remember, don't ask your science teacher or pharmacist letter of recommendation for a letter of recommendation if you only met them one time. That's not going to do it because they don't know you, and we've actually seen that before. So really make sure that they can actually write something nice about you. Make sure that they can really elaborate on what you are. So about the GPA and PCAT. The GPA for our fall, that's a typo. Sorry about that. Our fall 2014 class was about a 3.3 GPA. Okay, and then it should have been fall 2013 was going to be about a 3.4. So our average GPA of individuals who we accepted definitely fluctuates, but definitely stay around that range.
Definitely, if you do fall below a 3.0, I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit tough to get in, but it's to say that it's not a possibility. If you fall below 2.5, you probably need to rethink things. Maybe go back and take some classes. We don't look down upon individuals who take any classes. We don't look down upon individuals who has any W's on the transcript or anything like that too. In all honesty, we're not even the ones who really calculate the GPA and Farmcast does. So we're just going to get the GPA that Farmcast gives us. And the PCAT score, I guess I really edited this before I said the 2014 intern class, they scored in the 75th percentile, and then the 2013 class, we have the 73rd, they were ranked in the 73rd percentile, so that was that. The PCAT exam is very extensive. They offer, I believe, July, August, September, October, and November. And then the cycle starts again, and you can take it in January. So January, July, August, September, October. So this will be your options to take. As I said, if you haven't taken the PCAT before the December 1st deadline that we offer, we're not going to look at your application. That application does have to be done. So that PCAT has to be done before the first evaluation. All right. Don't be a stranger. Keep in touch with all the schools you're interested in. I'll absolutely ask questions. That's what I'm here for. So I mean, it really doesn't hurt, especially because I work across the hallway with the director of admissions. So definitely doesn't hurt to get to know one of us and making sure that we can help make sure your application is in. Any students that you guys know of, my job is to make sure that they are the best applicant possible. That's the biggest thing too. And really just do the research in school. Visit the website a few times a day. There's always something you can find out there as well too. Questions are definitely confused. Nobody really knows the process right at the top. Some other side notes about our school too. Residencies. Residencies are definitely huge too. So residencies. So the differences between some of the community pharmacists and a lot of our hospital pharmacists, they didn't do everything. A lot of community pharmacists typically didn't do the residency records in their 4 years with us. So you can do your 4 years and then go straight to work. You can add an extra 2 years and being over in the hospital. So and basically that's a situation where we actually rank well above the national average for our residency placement rate. So we actually rank about 75% of our students actually do after the residency, after the 4 years with us. That's a really high rate, especially when comparing it with other pharmacy schools as well too. So definitely keep that in mind. There's all different kinds of things you can do. I know a lot of our students really wish they could do a residency along there too. So those are really covered with us. It's kind of what I have. It's a lot of information overload. I could probably still talk for a little while about all the different things that the school has to offer. Do we have any questions about any of that, the admissions process? Questions over here? Good question. Absolutely, we do have international students. They are required to take the TOEFL exam prior to getting here, but they usually do that even in their undergrad. If I'm correctly, before they apply to our program. We do require the TOEFL to be completed before you actually apply to everybody. I do throw out the disclaimer that we definitely do have a written section and everything like that too during the interview day. That's also going to change whether or not we can accept or not. If you are an outstanding applicant, basically what we do is we actually offer for individuals who maybe English, maybe second language, that type of thing too, especially with our international students. What we offer is a summer course before we start, and that way they can get into school. Absolutely have all kinds of international students. Basically what you're going to have to do if you have credits from another country, you're going to have to go ahead and send them to an international transfer trader. I think West is one of them. That's the one that we definitely use. And then so that we can send them to United States credit hours. Absolutely. So we try to, a lot of times with international, it's such a hard process, we really want to make it as easy as possible, especially with undergraduates, probably really hard So we really try to make it as easy as possible. That's why we offer one class. That's it. All it requires is you just do the legwork, meaning that transcripts, value, very much. Good question. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely too. Yeah, you can definitely take all. We have a full list of every class you have to take. Generally, we can accept from any college here, except someone's for profits. This school, no problem at all. Yeah, we can accept all those grades. So, but I don't know if you guys offer biochemistry here anyway. Yeah, so yeah, all those grades are. Questions? Yeah. Thank you guys for having me down here. This is my first stop in my Southern Colorado tour. So yeah. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, anytime if you need to come down here. You guys ever have high school